What is Gucci YouTube? It's your boy Black Chat 3 long face skinny body, and we are back, still back with some more fire Boruto anime manga content. Now before we end the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, smash the like button, share the video with your friends, and let's hop into the business. Yes sir, ski.
9 mountains and 8 seas make one world. 1,000 worlds make one chiliocosm. 1 chiliocosm to the power of 3, and there's nothing I can't cut.
Okay, I did have a different video lined up, but there's a couple of things I wanted to personally say to get out the way. So I was like, why not go ahead and drop this video first? And plus, I already let y'all know earlier on, but I just came for celebrating my birthday and celebrating like mad other people's birthdays, bro. So it's been that kind of week these last few days, week and a half, I should say. But we got it, man. Right now, we want to talk about MoMoshiki. Does he take over Boruto's body moving forward? And I actually like that I'm doing this video now with a lot of the things that we know currently, including the announcement that we got a bit earlier on in the month in regards to the official last volume of Boruto Part 1, concluding and confirming that the continuation, basically meaning chapter 81, is the start or the beginning of the time skip or part 2 of Boruto with the manga. So all of that aside, for another video for another day, I just love the controversy because of my placement of Sasuke in the power system. Me knowing I'm not a power scaler, but in terms of you know what I'm saying, seeing people fight one-on-one and where I have them in terms of situations, and a lot of people head scratcher really talking about some Sasuke's getting no diff by Kawaki.
Computer say, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
You know, I already stated, which I guess a lot of y'all overlooked, but I already stated I don't really care who can win. And I'm basically saying, you know what I'm saying, I know Kawaki, is possible for Kawaki to probably come out on top in the situation. But currently, right now, do I see Sasuke losing to Kawaki in a fight? I straight up said no. And currently right now, do I believe that Kawaki is stronger than Sasuke? Do I believe that he has more physical strength and most likely chakra due to the Karma Seal, thanks to the Karma Seal? Yes. But that doesn't mean Sasuke can't get one up on the man. Y'all acting like he's Jigen himself. And no, Kawaki right now cannot beat Jigen. No, Kawaki right now is not stronger than Jigen. That being said, everything else I understand. Everything else I understand. Whatever else points or things y'all was making, I'm just gonna put it like that. Simply, I'm not mad at it if you don't agree with wherever Sasuke is placed. I'm not gonna force it. I'm just saying what I believe, you know, and until my eyes, you know what I'm saying, are shown otherwise within the actual story and the facts presented, meaning Sasuke versus Kawaki, which we probably won't see this current Kawaki versus this current Sasuke, but who knows, maybe somewhere down the line Sasuke gets mollywopped like a mop bucket by Kawaki, and then we'll have another discussion then. That being said, does this guy MoMoshiki ever take over Boruto's body again? Especially now understanding that we're going into the time skip. How are they going to go about MoMoshiki's character arc or story in regards to his connection to the series? And a lot of people are finally just coming along with the idea or accepting the fact that Momoshiki and Boruto are going to end up basically like the Naruto and Kurama of the Boruto series. Me personally, I never really even spoke on this type of situation. And me personally, I never really cared because you already know my favorite Otsutsuki is Momoshiki. And you know, he's just the dog, though I am disappointed in his expectations throughout the events within the last few chapters, because he had some sick ass buildup in terms of getting ready for Boruto's anticipation of the drastic things or the drastic changes that were about to occur within his life, and us also anticipating these moments as well. But you know, the follow through and the execution just really wasn't there. So what's left for my guy Momoshiki? Does he actually become a threat to those around, you know, Boruto? We understand that Boruto's life is no longer in danger of him being taken over completely or permanently by Momoshiki, but Momoshiki still is able to, you know, hijack Boruto's body or gain control due to certain scenarios. Now, our understanding is Boruto being low on chakra, or, you know, somehow Momoshiki entering that mental psyche of Boruto and forcing Boruto to succumb to Momoshiki's will, similar to how we've seen before when they're both talking in that weird time space whenever it's just Boruto and Momoshiki. But honestly, do I believe that Momoshiki is going to become a occurring or occasional problem going on in the future? I don't believe it's going to be a recurring problem similar to how it was in part 1, because now we're way past that type of dramatic or climactic sequence in terms of Momoshiki and his story. We're way past that point in his arc where it's like, okay, is Momoshiki going to take over again? So So I feel like they're gonna really be doing something different with this character, which is why a lot of people tend to believe that Momoshiki will indeed end up to be, Boruto's Kurama, like how Kurama is for Naruto. I wouldn't be mad at that. I honestly wouldn't be mad at that, right? And just to answer my own questions right off the bat, even I'm saying like right off the bat, it's already probably like 6 minutes into the video, but I don't think that Momoshiki taking over Boruto's body is going to be a problem moving forward. And I know a lot of people want Momoshiki to fight Sasuke. Honestly, if that goes down, I'm going to be with it. I'm going to enjoy for all the smoke. I'm here for all the entertainment. I don't want people getting it misconstrued and discombobulated. Like, yes, bring me what you're going to bring me as long as it's brought well done. Regardless of what expectations or, hopes or beliefs people would have in terms of, possible outcomes or possible battles, I don't really think we're going to be seeing like that Borushiki issue throughout part 2 that we have seen in part 1. And I believe they're going to take Momoshiki's characters either in one of the two directions. Now, I never spoke about it much because I never really cared about the fact, and I always thought it actually wasn't going to go down that way. But Momoshiki being that Kurama for Boruto honestly is becoming more and more likely as we see the characters develop. And both Momoshiki and Boruto had some amazing character development in this last fan dub prophecy arc. So we see a lot of ways how Momoshiki, manipulates or plots leading up into the events that are going down, and how he actually feels about the situation, and basically what he's doing it all for in terms of helping out Boruto or harming or inflicting or holding back Boruto, whether it be for Boruto's gain or fault. It's all gonna be for Momoshiki's gain, regardless of whatever he's doing. It's a whole lot of good character dynamics with both Boruto and Momoshiki inside the arc itself. Momoshiki giving Boruto all of the rundown in terms of Otsutsuki lore, in terms of Shibai, in terms of Ada, and how her powers actually work, and how well that dynamic works together when Boruto can simply read off of Momoshiki's mind and vice versa, due to the fact of Boruto's resurrection by Momoshiki's doing. So we understand there's a whole lot of connection that has been brought forth through Boruto and Momoshiki within the last arc, and how they can potentially build off of that. I believe aside from them making Momoshiki that Kurama in a much different way, if it even occurs that type of way, some similar to like a contract, right? To where it's like Boruto agrees to allow something or some type of incentive to Momoshiki, obviously an incentive that Boruto will actually agree to within character. So nothing that's gonna put the world in danger or those he loves or people around him in danger, that Momoshiki will have no choice to agree to that, or just simply be wherever he is at, because Boruto has gained the will to stay in control of his own body for as long as he wants. So some type of incentive just to, allow Momoshiki to do whatever it would be. I'm not going to, just for the sake of the video, not even try to give you guys one, but allowing Momoshiki to, cooperate with Boruto in terms of meshing their chakra or reach some type of higher state with the Karma Sword or with the Horn state, allowing Boruto to keep his consciousness, and whatever incentive Momoshiki would agree to, just for that cooperation right there. So similarly to like a business partnership. And I believe that kind of would be the best way to go about it. So I'm not necessarily going to say that it's going to be a Kurama Naruto thing. Like Kurama and Naruto, by the end of it, they both damn near thought of each other as brothers. Like they was day ones, regardless of how rocky that situation started. They was like, nah, that's my boy right there. Like that's really him. You feel me? And I don't believe Momoshiki and Boruto are going to be on that type of level. If it's going to be a long term where it's like the story isn't going to necessarily focus on having Momoshiki be a redeemed character in terms of helping Boruto for Boruto's sake, but just like a business partnership, literally, and it carries on as such, where Momoshiki occurs in whatever incentive he agrees to Boruto with, and Boruto is able to fully tap into Momoshiki's power and have no hindrance whatever in terms of mastering Momoshiki's power, gaining Momoshiki's abilities, or even talking to Momoshiki if need be in terms of requiring help. But Momoshiki's character will still be intact, where Momoshiki becomes annoying to Boruto, as long as he doesn't physically harm or, does anything negative with Boruto. So basically being a hindrance, or, similarly to how he was throughout the prophecy arc, just popping up and making fun of things or making fun of the situation. So it kind of sounds like, oh, you're stooping Momoshiki's character that low to just being kind of like a pet or a weapon for Boruto that he could call on command. But that's why I said the incentive would be something much bigger, and then a much different thing to talk about as to why Momoshiki would even agree to such a thing. If not that being the case, I believe that they're going to write Momoshiki out the story, but in a way to where it's like Momoshiki's consciousness or soul, similarly how he thought he was going to do to Boruto, actually happens to him, where he's pushed into the corner, because we understand Momoshiki and Boruto are one. So if Boruto dies, Momoshiki dies, But it is possible, possibly, for Momoshiki's soul to become extracted from Boruto. We still have no understanding of the complete and full ability asset of the Jogan Eye, or the further powers or explorations of the Otsutsuki and how their powers work. But we still see Boruto with the Karma Seal, so that's kind of far-fetched. Having Momoshiki's soul attracted from Boruto, or just, you know what I'm saying, basically suppressing Momoshiki's conscious or soul completely, allowing Boruto to still tap into basically as much power as we've seen him tap into, like an incomplete true essence Boruto, like tapping into as much as the Karma Seal, but he's not able to activate the horn because he completely suppressed Momoshiki's consciousness. But what makes up for that difference in power is that his Jogan is going to be popping up. So we might see Kawaki with his horn state and his dojutsu, but Boruto's Jogan is so OP to the point where he doesn't really need a horn state to even match up to that type of power or to be the strongest in the verse. But I can see them doing either way with this guy Momoshiki. Like I said, he's my favorite Otsutsuki, so it's going to be interesting deciding how they actually go about it. But I believe and I hope and I just pray that they execute it much better than how they executed Momoshiki's anticipation for Boruto losing everything. It's your boy Black GI 3. Holla at your boy. I'ma holla at y'all. Let me know what y'all feel about in the video and how y'all feel about Momoshiki possibly still being a problem for taking over Boruto's body, or how they're gonna write his character moving forward. Comment below and let me know what you guys think. And until my next video, holla at your boy. I'ma holla at y'all. Black GI out. Yes, sir. Ski.
We take a trip to the sky, show them that our limits too high.
Cocoa butter hips on the west side. She said